Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome to Best Practices Unveiled. I am your host, Annette Everhart, and this is a judgment-free zone. This space was created just for you, for open, honest, and thought-provoking conversations. Here, our guests speak freely, our stories run deep, and together we uncover the practices that help shape our lives and strengthen communities. This is where transformation begins. So lean in, tap in, and get ready to evolve because the next level starts right here.
That's a good one. Hello, welcome to Best Practices Unveiled, where we explore strategies, positive interactions that create growth, innovation, and community. I am your host, Annette Everhart, and today we have a very special guest with us, over 25 years of service in early childhood education. So, this is going to be more of a collective conversation than an interview with two educators having a conversation here. So I want listeners to hear your story. I want you to share what you're doing now, what inspired you, and what you're doing in the future.
Okay.
So without further ado, welcome Valerie Wilkerson.
Oh, hi. So good to be here with you, Miss Annette.
Thank
I
you for
am so
coming.
excited about being here and count it an honor and a privilege. Early childhood education for me has always been a passion. I guess it would be a passion with five girls, five grandsons, two great
Oh my
grandsons.
goodness.
But it's a passion because as a young mother, I struggled a little with do, do I leave my baby someplace where I'm not familiar with? My oldest daughter, just to give you context, my oldest daughter just turned 44. So 44 years ago, there was no VPA.
Right.
Right. Head Start was really beginning to come into its day. So for me, as a young mom, as a new mom, who was looking to have a career in education, it was like, what do I do? Where can I go where my baby can be with me?
Right.
And so we went the route a little bit of having her in some a wonderful program. But then I positioned myself so that I could be in a faith-based program where she could be with me.
Wow.
And again, as a young mommy, as a new wife, many times people don't really care how much you know. They just want to know you care. And so even though at that time, I had my undergraduate degree in education and early childhood ed, I could identify with many of the mothers and families that I was serving. And even as our family grew, when I would talk to parents about different things that were going on with their kids, when they understood because they would see Amanda and then Amanda and Cynthia, because my oldest two, they're only like 10 and a half months apart. Okay. Amanda, Cynthia, and then when Rebecca would come, it would be a thing. Well, Miss Valerie she knows what it's like to get three kids ready before she gets herself ready. She knows what it's like, trying to make ends meet, with these kids and making sure that they have the things that they need. So it was a passion that really hit in a special place when I started my thing after graduating.
Wow. Wow, that's a powerful story.
Yeah, oh yeah. And so when mommies are bringing in their 6-week-old babies into a program, or when they are bringing their 3-year-olds and the 3-year-olds have never known anything else but home,
Right.
I can identify with the mommy cry.
What that's like, where that comes from.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. So you made the connection, which I was going to kind of ask you about that too, with your family being a big part of
Yes.
you entering into early childhood. When did you know that this was your calling? You know, I mean, you make connections as educators. That's what we do in this work. You know, when the families are coming in, you know, like you shared about the mommies, the children too, you know, they don't want that separation anxiety.
Absolutely.
I think because of we have the experience as being parents as well, and then understanding what that's like for mommy and child to be separated, and the compassion we can have. Now, sometimes it can be a lot. You're like, oh, I'm going to work, you know, but then, you know, we understand that it's a separation thing. So when did you find and know that this was your calling? Like, you know, this is my thing. You know what I mean? When was that for you?
As I began to really grow as an educator, I had an opportunity to work with a Head Start program. And Head Start, though many people really identify it as a 4-year-old program, they had early Head Start as well. And so being in that environment where parents, number one, were respected as being the first teachers in the life of their children.
Right.
And also realizing that children are not isolated from the homes that they come from, right? So if you're dealing with a child, you're not just dealing with that child, you're dealing with that family.
Absolutely.
And so Head Start then and now was the premier, most comprehensive early childhood program in this nation. And that it wasn't just giving kids a head start, right? But if you had a mommy who had not finished her high school diploma, or daddy, okay, who had not finished his high school diploma, they had GED programs, still do. If you had a mommy that finished her high school diploma, a mommy or a daddy, so it wasn't gender specific in that it just identified the mothers.
Right.
You had a mommy or a daddy who, okay, they made it through high school, but didn't have the money to go to college. They empowered. It wasn't just help.
Right.
It wasn't just a handout. It was empowering them because, again, these same parents were on every committee, every board that selected curriculum, that selected directors, that selected teachers. So they set up a framework that helped to remind me, not just as a mommy, but as an educator, that parents are important.
Absolutely.
And that you don't wait until there's a problem to bring them into what's going on with their kids. And so that was something that really helped to solidify that, yes, this is a calling. This is something that I'm called to do because it hit in a different way. And then as a mommy, right? As a mommy and an educator, I'll just say this might be a little risque, but I knew, Miss Annette, that the educational system, both then and now, was not designed with our kids in mind.
Absolutely.
And so when I saw again how Head Start was riding with these parents, because see, somebody that might not really understand the power of empowering parents, not just tolerating them, not just dealing
giving them
with
the tools they need.
Yeah. But empowering them to the point to say, hey, not only are we going to help you, get your high school diploma or your college degree, but we need your voice on our committee when we're selecting teachers for your kids' classroom.
Right.
We need your voice. We need your input when we're looking to have a director. Hey, we need your input when we're selecting the parent advocates. How many programs, early childhood or school district, they have parent advocates,
Right.
where they're showing parents, this is how you advocate for your child.
Absolutely.
You will forever be your child's first advocate. So seeing that again, like I said, really helped me to learn things both as an educator and as a mom, where I can continue to grow and say, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to have an impact on not only my 5 daughters' lives, right, that were stair steps, but in the community that I live in. The kids that were going to church with us or at the store, at the Walmart with us, making sure that their parents were aware of the different opportunities that we had available there.
Wow. Just educated me. I did not know that Head Start was that involved in the parenting. Yeah, I did not know that. I mean, I know that they're there as a help, for childcare early for parents with low income. And most of those children are ours, Black and brown children. But I did not know the other piece in regards.
Intimately involved in it. They sit on the board. They sit on the committees to select the direct. Because the thing is, right, the thing was that it's not, again, about how much okay, so I got 2 degrees, I got the credits towards a third. You got these parents who are asking you some savvy questions.
Right.
Like, do you like kids?
Exactly.
Do you really like kids?
That's important because a lot of people work with them, but they don't necessarily like them.
Okay. Yes. But you got a mother or a father or a grandmother sitting on that committee interviewing you.
Right.
You can't whitewash them.
That's right. They're going to see right through it. You
can't fool them.
Absolutely.
About what your care is, what your concern is. You, again, picking curriculum. Now, somebody, again, might think, well, what would they know about curriculum? Well, hey, isn't this a wonderful opportunity for them to learn about high school or Maria Montessori? So, in other words, it wasn't, y'all stay at the door. We got the experts.
Right.
We know everything.
Right.
You don't know nothing. Just do what we tell you to do. And that struck me. That struck me to my core, because believe it or not, as a mommy, once my girls started going to public school, when you go in as a parent, ain't nobody saying, hey, do you have 2 degrees? I get treated the same way. It's like no or minimal respect.
Right.
I had one teacher tell me that my daughter, who was in 5th grade at the time, she couldn't read. So I said, oh, really? She can't read. She said, no, Miss Wilkerson, I'm sorry to tell you. She's having a hard time. Not what area is it? Comprehension?
Right.
Is it vocabulary?
Retention? Right.
What is it?
Right.
So I said, oh, she can't read? And so she said, yeah, she can't read. I said, okay, tell me what assessments you've given her. What documentation do you have? Can I see some of her work sampling?
Right.
And so now she's backing up.
Right.
Because I don't have a tag on me that says I have a master's.
Right.
I'm coming in as a mother.
Right.
But I learned through Head Start how to advocate for my daughter, how not to be intimidated.
Absolutely.
Or feel some kind of way because you don't think my kid knows anything. And you're not telling me what she does know. Not that I need you to tell her, because I have her reading to me at home.
Right.
So I can tell that something is going on. Where do you have her sitting in your classroom? What is the routine? in your classroom.
Right.
Because, see, that's going to give me information on why she may not be focusing, why she may feel this is a time to play instead of focus.
Right. Absolutely. There are a lot of pieces to that puzzle.
Come on.
Right.
And so Head Start, by empowering parents and by saying, we want you on our committee. We want you to do a survey with your child. So then we can get that survey. The survey would say, okay, what time does your child go to bed? What time do you feed the child breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Right.
How many siblings? What is the birthing position? Is this the oldest, the middle, the youngest? You know, so we're looking, they're helping the educator folk to look to the parents as a resource to tell us about their kids.
Yes. Even when we have interviews, when they come in my program, we have those same questions, you know, and I think that we're missing that, and even today, how important the parent involvement really is in, you know, their child's education early.
Absolutely, from beginning all the way through. That's that advocacy, right?
Yeah.
That it starts, whether it's in a family childcare home, whether it's in a early Head Start program, whether it's center-based, faith-based, it starts there. Once your child is leaving out of your care, you're the one that's going to help everybody help your child.
Yes.
Which is going to help further, as you were mentioning, with the anxiety piece, with the separation anxiety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's, like I said, that I know for a fact that's something that we're lacking in our communities. You know, that attentiveness that the children need, even with transitioning from home into a program, whether it's early Head Start, whether it's, like you said, a center, family childcare. Sometimes I interview parents and I'm like, where's the child? You know, she's at school. She's not, we need to meet. You know, there's a process here. You know, I need to make sure she's okay with me, and she needs to, or he needs to meet me as their teacher. And then you as a parent, you help us build that trustful relationship by being here. You know?
But see, culturally, right? When I say culturally, I really mean society.
Yes.
Okay? Culturally, parents are trained not to be that intimate in terms of, well, why would you bring the kid with you? You know, because we're going to talk business. No, she or he needs to be here so they can see the place.
Right.
They can say, hey, Mom, where's my room? Or Mommy, I don't know, you know, and again, get to see you. But culturally, in society, they have been trained as parents that they are not the experts. The teachers are the experts. So that's why sometimes they acquiesce a little bit.
Right.
You know, again, getting to understand this piece in terms of early child, because we don't want them to think that early childhood means babysitting.
Right. Absolutely.
Because the children are learning language acquisition and social skills and, you know, fine motor skills. No, boo, this is not babysitting. We work here.
Absolutely.
we working here.
Yeah.
You know, so to that extent, many times because they don't know, number one. Right. And then number two, the way society tries to train them to stay. You stay there. I'm the expert. It's going to be all right.
Right. I tell you what's happening with your child and how is that, and you're the parent.
Okay.
Right. Definitely have to be working together. Yeah. All right. Came up with some questions here. I'm gonna go off my list. So many people know early childhood education is important, but not everyone understands how fundamental those early years are. We just talked about this. I'm gonna say, what are your views on that? But we just did an explicit breakdown of that. So tell me a little bit about your leadership roles. I know you just talked about Head Start, so you were a coordinator there, college instructor. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, again, going back to Amanda, I became a director. I was a director because traumatized. I'm crying. She fine. Because I'm like, how do I figure this thing out here? This is my first kid, my first child.
Right.
What am I going to do? This is not working. So, director of a faith-based program for about 4 years, then moved on to Head Start, was an education coordinator there.
Okay.
We were living in Miami-Dade County. My husband is from there. I'm originally from Chicago, but have lived most of my adult life in Florida. So from Florida, early Head Start, went into the public school system. It wasn't fitting. It was not fitting. And this was when BPK was called the Early Intervention Program. Okay, you probably didn't even know nothing about that.
I sure didn't.
A very long time ago. So I was teaching kindergarten, but believe it or not, they did not. When I say they, I'm talking about the system. Because see, again, you got to understand something. The public school system is trained to deal with an older child. So what does that mean? When the 5-year-olds or 6-year-olds come to them, they've got fine motor skills. They've got some language acquisition. They have some minimal social skills. But you and I, as trained early childhood educators, they talk about brain development. They talk about nurturing versus, other things with kids because we're dealing with younger children.
Right.
And they're at a different stage. Infants are at a different stage than toddlers. Toddlers are at a different stage than preschool or VPK kids. And so we're taught how those kids grow and develop. And the teachers, kindergarten teachers, to their credit, are taught how 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds grow, which looks differently than toddlers. So anyway, director, ed coordinator, kindergarten teacher, first grade teacher for a period. Then I saw an opportunity at the district level at Miami-Dade County to work with contracted sites that were centers, early childhood programs, got the position. So I became a district education specialist, working with Head Start programs, working with private childcare programs. At that time, family childcare was buttoned up, but it hadn't fully come in at that point. The focus, again, was early Head Start, private, and faith-based programs like the Redlands and things like that. So I did training, did observations, and that component. Got an opportunity to work at Miami-Dade College as an instructor, teaching both an adjunct instructor, teaching both the state mandated courses and regular early childhood education courses. Now what I'm doing, because of my passion, is I have my own training institute, Destiny Institute, where we hold the hands of family childcare providers or center-based providers as they're pursuing their national credential.
Okay.
Their national CDA. So then, of course, there is a state credential, and that's cool if they want to get that. We always try to challenge them to get the national because I've had people who have come into the program. Maybe they were working for a program like La Petite or Care. So you leave Florida and you go to Atlanta, your credential
right.
Hello.
Yeah.
So now you got to start at ground zero.
Right.
Right. As a member of NAYC, did some accreditation visits with them and for them. So I'm still, again, keeping my foot into where my heart really is, which is in those early childhood programs. And then I had a student about it's been about 10 years ago, who was a family childcare provider.
Mm.
And she was awesome, awesome. And she kept saying, I've got this program, Miss Valerie, and I really want, at that time, I want to say 10 or 12 years ago, there was still, as a family child care provider, you could register. You didn't have to be licensed
right,
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But she was saying, I want you to help me so then I can become licensed because I want to expand my program. Helped her. She completed the training for her national CBA. And then she began to look into licensing for her program. Now, because she's got a national CBA, that speaks to her commitment.
Absolutely.
As an educator and advocate and a professional, you know. During, I'm going to say, she was working. It wasn't until about 2020, 2021, during the height of the pandemic, that, as God would have it, she would have an opportunity to expand her family child care program. Nice. You know, again, I'm just like, wow. You know, the tenacity, the courage during the height of the pandemic
to step out there. Yes. I think at that time it was either you're going to sink or float, tap into some creativity, tap into something. I know for me, it allowed me to do that, you know, to kind of dig deep and see what else can I do.
That's deep. She took a quantum leap of faith.
Yeah.
Because even with the inconsistencies and the irregularities in terms of student attendance and money, you know, to say, like you said, dig deep and say, I'm digging deep and I'm gonna start this other house. I got some money here. And this house, she had a house for toddlers that she used. She got another house that she used just for infants.
Wow.
Yeah. And what I saw with her, see, this is the important thing. Knowledge to me is so phenomenal, right? That as much as she may have learned from me, I learned so much more from her.
Wow. Yeah.
And from you. Because what it did was it said, okay, let me look into the National Association for Family Child Care Homes. So then I took a training with you.
Right.
For the accreditation. I said, oh, look at this boss here. Look at this boss here. Keeping us on our toes. So anyway, we do training now, and our training is different in that we're willing to hold their hand. We're willing to help them get their footing.
That's important. That's so important. Yeah.
It is. Help them get what we call their sea legs, where you're standing in the water, but you got it. The waves are coming, they're hitting, but you got it.
Still standing in your power.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
You know, some of the agencies that offers the same kind of training we do, they're going to hold their hands.
They don't want to hold their hands. They want to give them the information, get it done, but they still want their check.
That's it. No demonstration, right? No receipts. Like I was asking homegirl, you saying my baby can't breathe. What receipts you got?
Right.
What proof?
Exactly.
Show me.
Absolutely.
You got some work sampling. You got some documentation. You're just going to declare that over my kid?
Right.
With nothing?
Got to hold them accountable.
You think I'm not coming for you?
Exactly.
You know, and so with these students, it's a commitment. We make sure everybody understands it's a commitment. But we want you to leave knowing that there are some things, there's some practical, applicable kinds of things you can do.
Yes.
You can do. Yeah. We're going to talk about a pictorial daily routine. because children read pictures before they ever read letters and words.
Yeah.
So when you have that up, when you have a picture that shows kids eating breakfast, you have a picture that shows them going outside.
Yes.
You have a picture that shows, the library time, a book reading. They're reading.
Yes.
Those are literacy skills.
That's right.
That when you see these kids scribbling, that inherently in the scribbling are all the lines and shapes that they're going to use to make letters.
Yes.
So you got slanted lines, you got curved lines, you got vertical and horizontal lines. Hey, when you see that, hey, they getting ready to make some letters. Ooh, look at how we growing.
Yes.
See, and so we let them know. We also are not afraid to let directors know, hey, don't leave any money on the table. We ain't doing this. This ain't a hobby. It's business.
I know that's right.
And don't let anybody tell you that the money doesn't matter. It does.
Yes.
But we keep it in perspective.
Right.
When I would hear at the conference that was in Clearwater, women talking about how they paid off their mortgages. When the student that I had was saying to me, yeah, I'm going to buy a second house. I'm like, come on, talk to me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm talking to women who are business entrepreneurs buying 2 houses and looking at other property.
Right.
And I've made a 5-figure salary, but never made a 6-figure salary. And these women talking about paying off houses. It's a business. Right. You don't have to apologize for that. Right. You don't have to apologize for making money. You don't have to apologize for looking at it as a business. That's what it is. So we talk to them about,
I love that,
making sure that they have the right structure. Okay, is it an LLC? Is it a solo entrepreneur? Do you have the paper?
Right.
You want the paperwork. Do you have a business account? Ain't no mixing your personal with your business.
Right. Have a business plan. They need that first.
How about that?
Yes.
How about that? But again, it's taking them step by step.
I love that.
And again, asking them, okay, what kind of services do you provide? Oh, we just have daycare. Oh, no, boo, it's more than that. Do you provide before school? Because, see, the school district has an instructional day, an after-school day, and a before-school day. What services do you provide?
Right.
Do you have camp days? What are the hours? What are the times? What are the age groups? See? And so getting them, again, to think about that, so then they're not limiting what they do or their impact, not only in their community, but in their life. You are a businesswoman.
Right.
So that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm doing, and really, really enjoying doing that, because education is taking a very interesting shift. But this is what you can do. And again, I heard you say something. It kind of affirmed how I was feeling. Just like with the pandemic, you can look at it like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Or you can look at it like, there's some opportunities in here.
Right.
Let me see if I can find.
Right.
So even with education shifting like it is, it can be, oh my God, what am I going to do? Or, God, show me where the gaps are so I can fill them. Where I can fill them.
Right.
What women are out there thinking about right now, they may just be babysitting, but do they know they have an option by opening or having or looking into a family childcare home?
Right.
Right. Where are they at? And they out there.
They are.
And they looking.
Yeah.
For someone to say, this is what you do. This is your next step in the process. You want to take this step.
Right. They need the guidance. And sometimes you have one foot in the door and a challenge will come up, or, fear. Because we all fear what we don't know and understand.
That's right.
And then you just back up and be like, yeah, I'm not ready for this, or find an excuse not to move forward. So I think that it's very, very good that you are in a space where you're connecting with these women and encouraging them to embrace change, and
that they can do it.
Yeah.
But they're going to need a mentor. They're going to need a Miss Valerie, a Miss Annette, who said, okay, yeah, you're afraid. It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay to feel afraid, but don't let the fear polarize you.
Yes.
Or keep you from moving forward. Take a step, baby. You may be taking that step with tears rolling down your eyes and your knees shaking, but I'm telling you are capable of taking a step. And that's what they need.
Yeah, I agree.
They need mentors, authentic mentors who have a heart and a mind for this, and are going to, on those moments where it's really rocky and shaky, say, you can do this. This is how we're going to have to do. These are the options. Choose.
And that is definitely, I was going to ask you your definition of a mentor, and you just gave it to me. you in my head. Yeah, because it's important. And, I've been an educator for about 18 years, mentoring and those roles, I would say always, because I'm the type of person that I want to see us all get to wherever it is we want to be, whatever that looks like for you, because it may be different. It is going to be different.
Yes.
And understanding that the way I move in order to change or shift or grow, it may be different for you. And that's okay, but we can meet each other where we can and help each other to elevate. But it becomes challenging when I think fear comes into place, and then it becomes a me. It has to be a us, whatever it is that we're doing. We could be on our own path, but eventually you're going to need somebody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like a year ago, we all needed you and the other, your colleague that was with you, to kind of help us say, okay, this is what quality is going to look like in a family childcare home.
Absolutely.
And these are some strategies that you're going to take. Now, when you go in there, if you have a preconceived mind and you comparing these folks to what it looked like in a school program or a BBK program, you're already dismissing them. Don't do that.
Right.
So we needed a voice.
Right.
To some of us, some more than others. But anyway, to guide us on that.
Right.
And I will say that as long as we keep the us part, us meaning all of us
as a collective, yes.
See, this is the thing. This is the way we're created. We are created to work with, be around other people.
Yes. And
it's when we're not that we begin to die a little bit, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally.
Yes.
No person was created to be isolated or alone. But again, culturally,
society creates that division.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Because we live in a capitalistic society. Mm-hmm. So if you raise and make money, then that's going to take away from the money that I can make. No, that's not. It's enough money for everybody out here to make money. And like I said, why would it be for someone like myself to have lived all of these years? I'm 68 years old, to have lived all of these years.
Wow, really? You look amazing. I would have never guessed that.
68. I'll be 69 in March. Lived all of these years, and you've got these phenomenal women in these family childcare homes making big money, making money. It took me half a lifetime to make.
Wow.
Let me say that again. Took me half a lifetime with 2 degrees and degrees toward a doctorate to make. Because the education system don't pay you crap.
Right. Yeah.
And so then to get the divine opportunity for what the student that I had an opportunity to and to hear her say, Miss Valerie, I'm looking at another house I want to expand. And I'm like, yes, go for it.
Yeah.
But while she's talking to me, I'm learning from her.
Right.
The teacher is learning from the
Student. Yep. That happens a lot.
How about that?
Yes. Because we don't know everything. We learn it too. Life, what they say, life learners, lifelong learners.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because see, it's only when you think that 2-year-old, that 3-year-old, the 24-year-old can't teach you nothing. When you get into that a little bit, into that, have to always be open to learning.
I agree. And sharing, man.
And sharing.
Yeah.
Don't the gatekeeper.
Oh my God, some gatekeepers, boy. You just gotta move past them.
Come on.
I'm telling you, move past them. We ain't promoting no gatekeeping around here. But yeah, I really commend you and all the work that you're doing. I did want to get some more. So you are currently you train in cohorts. Do you go to centers? Are you? What's your
right now? We've done one cohort, and before pre-pandemic, we have done more. But again, the pandemic changed we really still just have people kind of coming back into spaces and places where not only aren't people wearing masks, but they're kind of feeling comfortable around each other. Prayerfully, we won't see anything else with the pandemic. But we provide training online or hybrid. It can be part online, offline. It can be cohorts, groups of folk that are working together, whether it's towards their national CDA, whether it's for CEUs, continuing education units. We do that too. We can do that.
So I know you do the CDA. So do you do so what other topics? Like do you have leadership training? We talked about finance. You sound like you're pretty good with that. You do leadership.
Yes.
I'm here. Okay, so you do
we do courses on leadership and finances and budgeting for directors who are renewing their credentials.
Okay.
We do in-service training for those who may not want to pay the additional whatever to get their CEUs, their continuing education unit. So we provide training on developmentally appropriate practices for young children. If you want to work on the lane where you're going to get a national CDA credential, we do that. If you are renewing your director's credential, we do in-service training. Again, one that I think I'm doing this one for the Placey in October, where the money resides.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one of those courses where again we're having directors look at the services they provide, look at the resources in their community, look at their budgeting. What are you charging for the services that you provide? What are you looking at? Things that you can get from your county. I'm trying to think of the place that holds all of the information on the median salary that people make in your area, what they are, if they're a teacher, police. Are you checking that data? I remember years ago when I was doing the training at Miami-Dade, we had people that were thinking about opening daycare centers over on the beach. Well, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's liability.
By the beach, on the beach, right? But the other piece was depending upon, I say beaches, North Miami Beach is South Beach. But depending upon the part of the beach you're going at, most of the population in certain areas is retired folks. Ain't nobody having
And no kids.
So if you don't look at the data,
right?
You're gonna start a program and it's all retired folks.
And you're gonna wonder why you don't have any enrollment.
Right.
Yeah.
So that one is one that I'll be doing at the Flacy. But we provide a variety of training and courses again to empower family childcare providers, center directors, faith-based folk, so then they can move with confidence and leverage. That was the thing that with my family childcare provider. Come on, girl, leverage what you got.
Yeah. And I just think that a lot of us are not in the space with educated women like yourself that can bring you into that. If you constantly surrounding yourself around people who don't have the mindset to grow and elevate, then you stay stuck. So if these conversations are not happening, we only talking about the negative things that's happening because so many of us are accustomed to just getting that money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ARPA's money spoiled a lot of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure.
And it kind of cut down the creativity within us to be able to tap in.
You cannot let it do it.
I know.
You cannot. Because then, and this again, it sounds a little risque, you become no better than the school system that are now trying to operate while the state is disseminating money to family,
say it. I know it.
Home care.
Mm-hmm.
To parents who are, and that's fine, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But they still need us.
That's right.
You need me to come in and assess your child so you know where your kid is at in terms of the development stages of it. And then educators, people like me can't be intimidated by you.
Exactly.
That piece of I'm open to learn many things.
That's right.
From you all. You all remind me of really and truly folks that were opening centers 40 years ago because they started in the same space and place that you all did. A daycare center. What good thing can come out of a daycare center? Okay. We started in that same space and place.
Right.
We started in the space and place where they wanted to, make curriculums that were really designed for 5-year-olds, try and make it fit 2 and 3. No, that's not how 2 and 3-year-olds learn.
Yes.
And operate.
Right.
Yes. So again, it's the collaboration.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
It's me learning from you. It's you learning from me. It's us learning from one another.
Right. As a collective. I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
And see, that's why, again, I have to say it. I say, Miss Annette, don't forget me. You say,
I got you. Yes.
I got you. Don't worry about it. And true to your work.
Absolutely.
True to your work. See? And those are the kind of collaborations that feel like, okay, this is the safe place. I'm safe. I can be who I am.
Yes.
She can be who she is. We can be who we are.
That's right.
Safe. And that's what they look.
Yes, I agree.
They're looking for somebody who is not going to look down on them or look at them funny.
Right.
We're looking at, are they going to think I'm too old? Am I out of my time?
Right. Never. I don't think and that's just me. I don't discuss age. Well, I would have never known, my younger daughter and I, a few weeks ago, were having a conversation about my son. I have a middle son. Oh, wow. And girl, I forgot how old he was. I was doing the years, and my girlfriend was sitting there. She had the cell phone, and because we were comparing with her daughter, and I said, this don't make no sense, but because I don't talk about it, you know, and I think because I don't want to talk about my age, I don't talk about nobody's age.
Oh God.
I don't talk about it, period. But yeah, I'm a people person, and I love learning from people, you know. So that's why I'm so big on the sharing piece, you know, the gatekeeping. And I don't care what it is. It could be something minute. You know, I'm a giver, and sometimes to a fault. But when I get those doors slammed in my face, I just go around them. Because I may not have been able to get through that door, but that's not going to stop me from moving. That's not going to stop me from connecting. That's not going to stop me from giving. That's not going to stop me from loving and being my authentic self. And I think that that's very, very important nowadays because there's so much going on. So many distractions, even within our field of education, you know. And as we were talking, I'm hearing the daycare and the family childcare. We don't even know how to present ourselves as the caregivers that we are, because they put so many different but we're here, we're in the work. So it's important for us to speak up and advocate and say who we are and what we do every day. We got all these lawmakers. Everybody else want to say what it is that we do. And it's crazy that a lot of us don't speak up about it, you know what I mean? And say what it is that we do. Again, because we wear the shoes and we walk in them each and every day, dealing with the children that are coming in from the things that are happening at home, spilling in from things that are happening out in society. Again, it's such a division, and it's so heartbreaking for me, for us as a community.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy for all the things that you're doing, all the things that we're sharing right now, and hoping that we can bring some light and letting our educators know that, you know, we're here.
Right here. Right here. And, you know, I can find me easily, www.destiny-institute.org. Call our office, 407-697-0513. We are there every morning, every Monday through Friday. Call us. If it's after hours and we close at 5, it's after hours, leave a message, we will get back. We will get back. You know,
wonderful.
On our website, you can sign up for our newsletter. Leave your email, and again, we will email you, call you. We will get back in touch.
Wonderful.
With
wonderful. This has been really good. Give all your contact information, know where to find you. Any last things you want to say to our guests?
You know,
our guests, our audience.
This was a wonderful opportunity. I've been excited about it all week, you know, ever since we talked about it. But if I could leave really one major thing, it would just be don't give up. And where it looks like there are challenges, look again for the opportunity.
Yes.
Because there are some opportunities there.
Absolutely.
But if we come just looking for the problems, you miss the opportunity.
Yeah.
And then give us a call so we can show you how to pivot.
Yes.
On those opportunities.
I love that. Yes. Yeah. So before we go, though, I have something for you.
Oh, no!
Thank you.
No,
you got to open it up. You got to open it up.
I got to open it up.
You got to open it up.
Miss Annette, you're going to have me doing the Oprah Ugly cry. Big cry, baby. Oh, my God. I love plans. I don't have a green thumb, so I'm going to ask my husband to help grow. I love them.
Really,
love
me
plants.
too.
I have a little lemon tree that's finally sprouting, but it was in a pot. I haven't put it in the ground yet.
Oh
my
nice.
goodness!
No, those are good. Those are snake plant, and they're good for oxygen in the air. So.
Oh and I need lots of. Best practices for parents to create positive interactions with children ages birth to 10. Come on now.
Yes.
Come on. And I love that birth to 10. See, because again, traditional childcare says birth to 8, but 10, absolutely, that's that pre-puberty.
Yes, absolutely.
I got 2 grandsons that are entering that stage. Yeah. So before it was give Nana a kiss, and they give you a kiss, and now it's like,
oh my gosh, yes.
And I'm trying not to have a fit. Oh, for the grandchildren, girl.
That's an anthology. My story is in there. I got it marked for you.
Oh,
yes. Keep doing all the wonderful things you're doing.
Oh,
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry, I'm probably.
Thank you. Oh,
gosh. Oh, this is beautiful. Did you autograph it?
I did.
You did. Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a wonderful project where it was 9 other authors and myself. We got together and collaborated and did that book. So if there was any legacy, anything you wanted to leave for your grandchildren, anything you wanted them to know about you or the time that you lived in, we shared it in that book.
So were the other authors, were they early childhood folks?
No. Everybody, some were from different places. We had one who was from Trinidad, one who was in Spain? Russia. What? Yeah, all over. Different. We would be on meetings and it would be like 6 o'clock for us and maybe 3 in the morning for him. Something, yeah. He was like 80-something years old too. He was.
Oh, wow. I'm going to treasure all of it.
Oh,
thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming.
Are you kidding?
I appreciate it.
I have missed this for the world.
And now that we're connected, we're going to stay connected.
Please, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. Anything that I can do to help. Little small.
I appreciate that.
It does not. If you're aware of someone or a group of folks that, may be able to benefit from what we can do,
absolutely.
I am absolutely, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a conference. If you all have something going on here in Tampa, I'm an hour away from you.
Okay.
To everyone listening, this is a space where diversity and innovation are created. If you'd like to be a guest or collaborate, I'd love to hear from you. Email me at AnnetteE05@gmail.com, or you can message me on Instagram at TrueGoddess14. Let's keep planting seeds, building relationships, knowledge, and understanding. Until next time, keep evolving.